What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Beyond Your Upline. Today, I wanted to talk about the easiest sales that you can make in network marketing. All right, so let's get to it. How do you build a successful business in network marketing when everyone you know thinks it's a scam? How do you achieve that dream lifestyle when 99% of distributors quit within their first year, broke and worse off than when they started? If you ask the so-called experts or talk to your family and friends, they will tell you that it's impossible, that it can't be done. But it is being done, and it's happening each and every day by a select group of people that you probably never even heard of. My name is James Quilty. Join me as I seek to find out how these elite few beat the odds and succeed in network marketing. Welcome to Beyond Your Upline. What's up, everyone? I hope you are having an awesome day. I know I am. Why? Because I get to talk to you guys and I get to share one of my favorite things is sales and marketing and business and all of that. So let's go ahead. So like I said in the intro, how do you make the easiest sales in network marketing? And when I first started in this industry, one of my biggest mistakes was I tried to be everything to everybody. And I heard this from Dan Kennedy. He said, if you try to be everything to everybody, you are being nothing to nobody, right? And what he was trying to say was you need to be specific. Right? You need to have a specific person that you are trying to help. They need to have a specific problem, and whatever you are presenting to them, whether it be your services or your products, need to solve that problem. Right? Does that make any sense? All right. And so when I said the easiest sales in network marketing, it's literally those people that have a specific problem that your product or service will solve. Right? And so let me give you an example. So if you or selling golf clubs, all right, for instance. Are you going to try to sell golf clubs to somebody that loves football? Are you going to sell golf clubs to somebody that actually despises golf? No, of course not, right? You want to go to people that are actually purchasing or playing golf, right? So now the question is well, if they already have, and let's just say it's a putter, okay? And let's say you have this like really unique putter that allows you to, putt farther distances and you'll keep the ball straight without it, angling off or something like that. Okay. And, how would you be able to sell that to people that already have golf clubs, right? Well, not only do you want to target people who are playing golf, but you want to target those people that have putters, but have a really lousy game or can't seem to make par or something like that, right? They have a specific desire to do well in the game, but they're still not achieving that, right? That's where you come in with your putter. Well, for instance, hey, do you like to play golf, but are you kind of frustrated because every time you get onto the green, you can't seem to get into the hole? Well, I used to be the same way, and what I found is I didn't have the right putter. So I wanted to show you the Putter 5000, which allows me to hit further and without having it go off into the sand traps, right? And no matter if I'm on my game or not, it allows the ball to go straight, and it has improved my game. And so before, where I was 12 strokes over par, now I can actually make par, and I have my friends that are asking me, hey, what are you doing? So if you would like to improve on your game without struggling and looking good while you're on the golf course, then why don't you go ahead and get the golf club or the golf putter 5000. All right. And so I just did that off the top of my head. But the point is that when you are looking to make sales, especially now in a down economy, why is this so important? Because people are already wanting to restrict the amount of money that they spend. They're not going to spend it frivolously, meaning they're going to be more critical of the things that are presented to them. But that doesn't mean that they're not buying. There are still people buying. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't care what the news is talking about. In a down economy, up economy, people are always buying, right? But in a down economy, now is the time for people with really good sales and marketing skills. Those are the people that are going to prosper during this time. Why? Because most people have not taken the time to really hone in on their sales and marketing. And so when everyone is restricting, they just have this blanket message that they're putting out there. Hey, buy my ketones. Hey, buy my essential oils. Hey, I know you said you wasn't a good time. Is it a good time now? People are not going to buy with messages like that, right? Because they're like, I'm not going to spend that money on that. But they do have problems, right? And so how you are going to make the easiest sales is finding the people that, so for instance, let's say you're selling a ketone supplement, right? You need to be selling to people that are already buying keto, that people that are already interested in keto. Why? Because one, you don't have to convince people that keto is the way out, instead of plant-based, or instead of the bodybuilding, or instead of Mediterranean diet. You don't have to do any of that. They're already bought. They already know that keto is the way, right? And then now on that second layer is people who are who are doing keto but haven't gotten the results, right? They keep struggling with cravings. They keep struggling with, restricting their carbs, right? Because keto is very restrictive. But if you're selling a ketone supplement, guess what? So now you can have a message to people that. So have you been trying, or have you been doing keto for a while but still not getting the results? Have you been on keto, but for whatever reason, you can't seem to stay away from the carbs and you keep having those cravings? You know what? I used to be the same way. But what I had found is that through exogenous ketones, that it allows me to, or it puts my body into ketosis within like 30 and 40 minutes. And when that happens, my cravings go down. And I find that it's a lot easier to stick to the ketogenic diet, and I've been getting phenomenal results. If you would like to get off of the hamster wheel of eating carbs, no carbs, eating carbs, no carbs, and finally start seeing the results that you were aspiring to get, that you were promised through the ketogenic diet, then I recommend that you pick up some of these ketones. I have a special. You can pick up a 5-pack sample pack that you could try it out, and you could start seeing the results that I have. All right, something like that, right? And again, that was off the top of my head. But the point is that the easiest sales in network marketing are those people that are already bought into whatever it is you're buying, but they haven't gotten the results yet. Does that make sense? Same thing with essential oils. What do essential oils do? Well, usually it helps with health, but a lot of times it helps with aches and pains, right? So somebody that has bought essential oils in the past for their allergies, right? Let's just say that. Or somebody that, has been taking allergy medication and it doesn't seem to work. Well, I understand that. I used to be the same way. And what I found is when I have mixed some of these essential oils and, use whatever, Deep Blue and, frankincense, and mix those together. I put them just, underneath my nose, especially during allergy season. Guess what? I don't get the runny nose, I don't get the sneezing, and I don't get the sinus headaches. All right, simple. Very simple, very straightforward. So when you are not making any sales, you have to be looking at one, who are you trying to sell? Right? If it's just your family and friends who, one, don't even know about whatever it is you're selling, don't even have any interest in what it is you are selling, then that's your first mistake, right? Second, you need to look for those people that are already bought into whatever it is you're selling, and they haven't gotten the results that they're looking for. That is the key. That is how you are going to make easy sales. Because guess what? When people are in pain, they will do anything to get out of it. And especially now, guess what? allergy seasons. We're going through here. I mean, just the last couple weeks where I'm at, there's like a blanket of yellow everywhere because of all the pollen, right? And everyone is sneezing and getting sinus headaches and getting sinus infections and stuff like that from all of the pollen. Do you think that those people would be interested in something that I had to help alleviate that? Absolutely. It doesn't matter if it's a down economy or not. Nobody wants to feel horrible. It's kind of like saying, God, I got a splitting headache. I have a migraine. Would you like this aspirin that would actually help to relieve the pain? No, I'm in a down economy. No, I can't buy that. I got to save money. Absolutely not. They would find whatever they would, do whatever it is they needed to do in order to buy that to get themselves out of pain. And so whatever it is that you are selling, it has to solve a pain because people will pay to get out of pain. Tony Robbins puts it this way. He said, the majority of people will do, well, what did he say? The majority of people will try to get out of pain as opposed to moving towards pleasure. There's only a small percentage of people that will move towards pleasure, right? Most people just want to get out of pain. And that is where your hook is. That is where your sales message is. And so when you focus in on the people that are already in the thing or already are bought into whatever it is you're selling, and then number two, they haven't achieved the results that they're looking for with whatever there is they're doing, that's where you can come in and you share your testimonial or you share a testimonial of somebody that have used your thing who had struggled and have gotten results. That is how you're going to make easy sales, especially now in a down economy. It's just that you have to think through your sales messaging. You have to think through who you are targeting. If you are going out there, like most uplines are telling you, go back to the people on your list. Go back to people in your personal contacts. That is where the disconnect is. That's where you're going to fail. Because if you're trying to be everything to everybody, you're nothing to nobody. Does that make sense? You want to be specific. Those are the messages, and the people that do that, those are the ones that succeed, not only in an up economy, but also in a down economy. So that's all I have for you. I hope you got some value from this episode today. And again, go out, refine your messaging, right? Refine who your target market is. Learn these skills, master them, because I'm telling you, the amateurs are the one that are leaving the industry, especially in a down economy. The best time to actually make your mark and to be successful, not only in network marketing, but in any business, is in a down economy. Because what this does is the people that are willing to go through and master the skills of sales and marketing, that cream rises to the top. Everyone else, they jump ship and they start saying stupid things like, oh, well, this thing doesn't work, or you know what, it's just because people aren't buying. No, it's because they haven't mastered the skills and they're not really good at selling. Does it make sense? Because people are still buying. So that's all I have for you. You have an awesome day, and as always, I'm going to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for listening. If you want to hear more of how the top income earners are actually building their network marketing business beyond their family and friends, please subscribe so you don't miss any of the secret hacks that I uncover.